Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Hades, where today we are hunting the last two duo boons. We have Smoldering Air here, Aphrodite and Zeus, and it's just any of the really basic stuff for either of them. We have been after this one for quite a long time. It definitely appeared to us as an option a few times before we were actively hunting our duo boons. We know it does exist in the game, but boy, it sure seems to be elusive, huh? That said, once you have it, you're going to be able to do your cast, like, all of the time, right? 5% charge every second. And you just, at 25%, you are always firing it. Like, this seems pretty bananas. And then we're also hunting for the Demeter-Athena duo boon. So, thinking about this, of those four, I think that the... I don't know what the time is on Athena's. Athena's duo boon makes you, or Athena's call makes you impervious, right? If you're going to be able to do it every 5 seconds, that might actually be, like, I don't like that one in general, because I prefer one that actually helps me kill the enemies. But if you can be impervious, like, 40 to 60% of the time, that might actually be really interesting. And then it would be solid with Demeter, it would be solid with Zeus. The only one I don't think we want is Aphrodite, because her call doesn't do any damage unless you do the greater version of it, which means it's useless against bosses. So we have a lot of interesting options that should play well with Smoldering Air in the build we intend to do. I also decided we are going to stick with the Beowulf shield, because I think it'll have a really fun... It'll be really, really good with Crush Shot, probably, and then it will totally be fine with, like, Zeus, or even, honestly, Athena. Probably not so good with it will probably not be so good with Demeter, because you don't actually want the crystals to be right on top of the enemies, because then if the enemy moves even a tiny bit left or right, the crystal will never catch up with it before the beam will never turn enough to catch up with it before the duration runs out. So that's the plan. I decided to start us with Aphrodite's boon, because, like I said, if we get Crush Shot, I think that'll be really good. And then, before we head out, I think even though we're only at 15 keys, I think we're going to go and trade keys for a nectar, just so that we are guaranteed to be able to keep moving things along. It's possible that we will end up not... I mean, it's very unlikely we will get 5 keys. Oh, we should probably do this too. Alright, hold on a second. It's probably the case that we will not get back up to 15 keys during the run, but if we come back here and dude is offering the 15 keys for a Titan Blood thing, we will just buy more keys with our gemstones. That's no big deal.
I think I'll take it.
Alright, let's give away our last ambrosia, I guess. We'll get more.
Hey Meg, you're off duty, aren't you? Look, I was just hoping you might want to split this with me. Best if I could find out there and I would give it all to you. It's just, maybe you wouldn't mind some company. From me.
You sound a little tongue-tied, Zagreus. Just like you always used to around me.
You're not exactly easy to approach, you know. So, how about it then? Care for a drink with me?
Open it up and we can go from there.
Hey, that's a yes. Ish.
You should have seen the look on your face. You act a lot more confidently now. Though, I think deep down you're still that inexperienced little godling that you used to be.
And I think deep down you're not the heartless harbinger of retribution that you want for everyone to think you are. But I can keep your secret if you're willing to keep mine. What do you say?
That sounds an awful lot like blackmail, Zagreus. You'd stoop to that with me?
You gotta remember, as a Fury, she's very sensitive to, like, moral crimes.
No, I was just... That's not what I meant at all.
I just want to see you squirm. Thanks for the company and for the drink. Guess I'll be seeing you around.
Yeah, thanks.
Oh, hey, look at that. Oh, that's pretty adorable. We did it. We maxed out this thing. So, I wonder if they sell... Supergiant has a merch store, which I know because I have bought several things from it. I'm actually wearing a Pyre shirt right now. It's very cool. It's a very cool shirt. I wonder if they're selling little, like, enamel pins of the adorable Bond faces. Because if they're not, They absolutely should be. People go nuts for little enamel pins, and, like, look at that. I would have one of these. I'd buy 10 of this. This one is also very good. Alright, anyway. Let's get back out there. Should we try using our other companions? Maybe. I like this companion, though, and I put all this ambrosia into it. So, I think we're not going to change anything. I think we're just going to roll in there like this. Shield. All the way up to heat 9 worth of rewards. It turns out the shield's just very good.
Do your worst, Father.
Alright, show me Crush Shot. Okay, or Hammer. Hammer's also good. Yeah, I mean, obviously Minotaur Rush, right? I'm assuming this just works exactly the same as the bow's power shot, plus 500% damage.
Let's go, Aegis.
Okay, it's pretty long into the animation. And it might combine poorly with the fact that we know we gotta be a little bit careful with how deep we charge into people with the shield. So we may not always be able to actually benefit from that, but seems like a good thing in general. Also, it's way safer to charge this up than it is to charge up the power shot with the bow.
Blasted wretches.
You know, given that you're invulnerable from the front while charging this one. Man, I really like the sound and visual effects for this shield's attacks.
Good.
Like, look at this. I believe that deals damage. That looks like it hurts. Alright. Big fan of max HP, but I think we want to get going on our boons as early as possible if we are continuing to duo hunt. Like this. I really should just... I should almost not even bother doing that. It is a little bit inconvenient that the damage shield is going to make bull rushing into distant enemies a bad idea. We're definitely going to want to do this first. Let it go too early. It is way deep in there. It also does 325 damage to that guy. Yeah, it'll probably be pretty good against some of the later stuff. Obviously, we won't need it right now.
Not yet.
What? No, let me do this thing. Why would you assume I was trying to do that? Alright, so are you... You are not on the list. Sorry.
Dearest, I've known many gods and godlings through the ages, and I have to say, you're quite intriguing, even for our kind.
Also, you know, in theory, we should probably be saving it for Boldy. Is there anyone who could use it more than Boldy? So do we want to take Heartbreak Strike just to get our prereqs going and hope to get Crush Shot later? Or do I want to spend a reroll now trying to get us Crush Shot? I think it's the latter.
I would like none of these.
Or sorry, Passion Flare. My mistake. This is on the list, right? Right? Am I... I'm pretty sure. Yes, Passion Flare is fine. Okay, so, Palm... You know what? A Palm on this is actually probably pretty good. Oops, that's not what I wanted. This button. Yeah, a Palm on that's going to be a significant amount of bonus damage. And I do like 200 gold early, but I think we'd be foolish to pass this up right now. Especially since we're going to get so much use out of it.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty good. These guys, I dislike very much. I do, you know what? I wasn't really thinking about it. I do wish that I had switched back to the other Bloodstone thing before starting this run.
Delicious.
Yeah, that's a pretty good increase. I can't imagine we're going to skip that at this point. Obviously, that would be nice, but it's not. We're not prereqed for the duo boon anyway. Let's go here. Show me plus 80% cast damage. I think that would be pretty okay.
You come to my domain bearing an all-seeing artifact that sprang from me after the dawn of time. It is considered a defensive instrument, I do believe. Though I suspect you have discovered, or soon shall discover, it is nothing of the sort.
Yeah, I definitely don't use it in a defensive way. This seems pretty good, and 80% more foes isn't really that big a deal this early on.
Very well.
I'll take that. Alright, show me cool fish.
I got one. That's a Progelli.
Specimen procured.
You're not wrong. It's probably the darkness. We're not gonna have enough money to shop for some time. This is not ideal. I should definitely have charged up and come at those guys with my bull rush. I wanted to hold that off a little bit longer, but obviously we were motivated to leave the area quickly after that. Okay, so it looks like when you usually use Crush Shot, it doesn't have a it doesn't have a circular attack area. It's usually like a spray in front of you. But it looks like they give you a slightly better version of it here. Crush Flare. I guess that's why they have different names when you're using the Beowulf thing, because they do actually have slightly different mechanics. Which I really appreciate. Because otherwise, this would actually have been a real pain in the ass. It's a lot more, with the way it clearly works here, it's a lot more like the Trippy Shot. Yeah, I like that a lot. I think that's gonna turn out to be very, very good for us in the long run. Hey, we do need you, so welcome aboard. I mean, obviously I would love to, I guess let's... Yeah, do it now. I was gonna say, I would love to actually get a bull rush off, but we're gonna have to be patient on those. Should have been patient. I said the thing, so I immediately thought, oh, well, that can't be right. Let's distrust me. Did we finish off? We finished off Demeter, right? So we are looking to give a thing to somebody else. But of the gods that we intend to see here, yeah, maybe it is going to end up going to Boldy. We'll see.
Cousin, I grow angry merely thinking of your situation. May what power I can offer be of service as you struggle towards your fate.
Much appreciated. So 1.8 seconds. So if we're invincible for 2 out of every 5 seconds, that feels like it would probably get the job done, right? Max gauge bonus 6 times duration. Yo, that's a lot of duration is the thing. I think we're gonna take this. I think we're gonna try it. I don't really like her call in general, but oh hey, look, we are gonna get to give the thing to Boldy. This is actually really good for us. But I think we're gonna go this way because I want to see where this Boldy plot is going.
He's back again, Boldy.
Hey, sir. You know, I think I'm growing more accustomed to relating to a giant stone. I see.
Okay, good talk.
Boldy, while on one hand I know that making offerings to you won't really help me get out of here, on the other hand, maybe it will?
Question mark? Who's to say? Certainly not Boldy.
Sisyphus, you mind my asking what you did to warrant this particular arrangement you've got here? Pushing a boulder till the end of time and all? Never heard it in your own words.
Well, it's a bit of a long story, Prince. My time had come, though I just wasn't ready, you might say. Your father thought he had me in his clutches, but then, shoom, I gave him the slip. Your father's henchman, Thanatos, he'll back me up on that.
Outsmarted Thanatos, that's amazing. What happened then?
Turns out your father doesn't like us mortals cheating death. Eventually they found me, so now I'm stuck here with my boulder friend. I push old Boldy up the hill to the beat of the Fury's whips, then he tumbles down, and then we go again.
So then you're stuck forever. No reprieve. That's terrible. Wish there was something I could do to help.
You save those sympathies for someone else, Your Highness. I could be Prometheus, spending an eternity having my liver gobbled up. But instead, I get to stay in shape and have these chats with you. Now, I'd better get back to it.
Well, we certainly don't need the healing. You know what? We actually really need the money.
I got you covered, Prince.
Cheers, mate.
Okay, and then even more money. Maybe we will, someday, be able to shoot. And we got the boldy buff. Again, is it the same? It is not. You do not know if you believe in boldy. Ambiguity bonus plus 2%. I think that what the game's detecting there is just the bisexuality. I do appreciate the representation, by the way.
Come, wretches.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's a pretty good outcome. This is going to feel, unfortunately perhaps, this is going to feel a lot like our last Beowulf run. So apologies if it's maybe a little samey. Hard to argue with the efficacy though, huh? Oh boy. That was a risky thing to do. I had to run onto a trap to make the optimal landing point there, but I think it was worth it. Well, I mean, obviously it was worth it. I managed to not get hit by the trap.
I'll just take that.
Alright, what manner of trove are you? You are a money trove? Yeah, you know what? I think that's probably a good idea this early on. We should probably take the trial. Even though we don't... Like I was saying, I think we can't get duos from those. It sure looks like it. And also, we don't need any more prereqs from those two. They still both have other good things to offer.
How foolhardy of you.
Come and get it. I'll destroy you.
I was trying to get out of there before the thing exploded, but also I had to make sure that the bull rush was going to reach far enough, you know? Unfortunately, this is very annoying. Combination of infinite landmines and how are there still things spawning? This is going to be impossible to get a good score on because they're spawning waves and waves and waves of enemies. I guess this is the effect of the chaos boom, huh? I didn't really think about that when I was considering taking the trove. But yeah, this particular chaos penalty makes it impossible to get a good trove. Well, not impossible. If your build's built up enough, I suppose. Ow. You know, honestly, maybe I shouldn't have done that. We might actually get to Greater Call territory here. Yeah, because it's still spawning garbage. The fact that so many of them are flying and fleeing and spreading out and going over top of things that cannot be traversed and then just standing there means that we can't really do our bull rush. Like we don't get to do any of our stuff.
I shall deal with you later then.
So we took a huge amount of damage for 15 money there. That's real bad. Do I want the boons? Like, really? Do I care? I got what I need from these two. Athena has some good stuff. But, you know, I said so does Aphrodite. Now that I think about it, it's not really true. Aphrodite has a lot of stuff that's just like, your weekend is 3% better in this direction or that direction. I'm not even going to do it. Yeah, and the extra stuff we would want off of Athena is mostly stuff we would want, mostly to hunt for more Death Defiances. We don't need you. And also, I kind of don't even benefit from bringing you on. Well, except for, of course, the family favorite bonus. He's no good on attack or on special. His dash would be fine. Yeah.
I'll take this one.
Oh, or he could offer us strong drink and I would just take that right away.
Cheers to that.
I suppose that's a possibility.
That's a relief.
Okay. A couple of hearts in a row and all of a sudden things are looking so much better. Okay, I've had enough of this enemy for today. We could stop with this. No more witches. You ran out your witch quota. It does kind of feel like some days the The spawner is just real streaky, and it's just like, well, what if every single room for this entire biome you had to fight this guy? Fortunately, this is the last room for our chaos penalty, which will be helpful.
Loaded.
Yep, all the enemies are gonna spawn super spread out, so we can't even get a good crush explosion off. Oh, we bounced off of him instead of going through him. That's not the way the bull rush generally works. I thought for sure we would just dash straight through him, end up slightly behind him, and then, you know, obviously the passion flare would do the thing that it does. Alright, this is, this does feel like way more than 80% additional enemies, though. It did say 80 and not 180, right? Because this is like an Elysium room's worth of enemies. Yeah, there is zero chance that this room would have spawned half this many guys under normal circumstances. I'm starting to wonder if maybe some of the numbers that the game reports to you are just wrong.
What is it now?
No need to be in such a hurry, boy.
Father.
I do wish that I know it conducts the explosions one after another, sequentially instead of simultaneously, and for very good reasons. But I do wish that the bloodstones would all come out at the same time, because it waits to deliver the bloodstones until after all three of the explosions have gone off, but then each of the bloodstones comes out separately too. Maybe that's not. Maybe there's just a little bit of a delay. Man, I'm not sure what I got hit by there. I thought all the louts had charged already. I mean, it pretty much has to be a lout, but like I said, I thought they had all charged already.
Time's up.
Okay. This has not gone super well in some ways so far. I will take that. Perhaps it's a little risky, but we'll take it. And then honestly, we might kind of need it. I'm getting hit a lot. Well, this one's not hard. And we still have a pretty good set of boons for pomegranating.
Power of Olympus.
Ooh. I mean, giving up like almost 40 damage on Passion Flare feels not great, but if we actually get the supercharged thing, this will be so powerful. Yeah, doing it. We're leaning all the way into a gimmick that we don't know for sure that we're going to get yet, so that's a little scary. Right, it turns out our Light of Ixion is going to appear at the beginning of the next biome.
He's right on time, just as I said.
Which is actually exactly where we would want it to be.
Megara, bleed him. Attack.
Aw. I was hoping to go just enough through her to still hit her. Ow. Yeah, this is actually kind of tricky with her, because I'm trying not to move through her attacks, but we still have to get to safety. Well, it looks like Electo's blade thing has is subject to the same weird collision as ours, in that it definitely seems like it has a larger collision box for the purpose of bouncing than it has for the purpose of dealing damage. Also, I really wish she was a little bit slower to turn. It's actually really hard to take advantage of her positioning, which is, I think, sort of thing you would want to be encouraging players to do. Right, you guys gotta chill the fuck out. Okay, that was a pretty good one. I feel good about that. So it's just like last time with the Beowulf thing. You gotta make sure that you are hitting a relatively small number of times. Each one of them has to just be a real winner. Wow, I think Meg hit us repeatedly there. Maybe her charge bounces off walls or something. But sure, it gave us 2 visible instances of the hit stun, which is annoying. Of course. As ever, approached by a projectile from above or below, it's just guaranteed to hit you. Okay. I don't know if she actually took all 3 of those. She went impervious kind of in the middle of the attack. Well, we're going to lose a Death Defiance, it looks like. I was hoping we would just be able to Greater Call. Okay. Death Defied in the middle of my Bull Rush is a real shame.
Can't be.
I think we caught her with the Power Rush there, pretty sure.
Strictly business.
Well, that was horrible. That's some phenomenally bad play. Like, really, truly awful. What is going on with me? I was doing so well for such a long time, it felt like. And then it's been like these last 5 episodes or so. It's just like I've never used my hands before.
Let's see here.
Alright, we're definitely on Zeus next. We're going to get those prereqs. Nope. Well, I should probably take the eye. What am I doing? I know we're at full health now, but what are the odds it's going to remain that way, especially with me playing the way I'm playing? The good news is, we're on Athena already, so we will have lots and lots of opportunities to be handed a Death Defiance.
Now we're getting somewhere.
Oh, fish. Give me that delicious fish. The nice thing about the asphodel fish is that they're pre-cooked.
It's a crustacean.
Alright, we'll get you in a second there, Zeus.
In the name of Hades.
Attack up, money up. Boy. I mean, I want more... I want more attack damage, but I am real tired of this nonsense. I think we're still going to take it. I think it's still right. This is a crying shame, though. Oh, screw this noise. Oops, forgot to load my shield. I didn't put any bullets in my shield this morning. Okay, well at least it's pushing the enemies along with us. Ooh, that guy leapt into my charge to stop me from moving so that I would get hit by that wave. That's not fun. Man. So it seems like there's a moment of dead time at the end of the rush where you can just get hit by stuff but can't respond to it, I guess. It's not great. You gotta be careful of that. Also, I do think it's really frustrating how easy it is for me to get hit by these waves. I don't know why I have so much trouble with this attack in particular. This is a thing that's been true, like, basically as long as I've been playing Hades. It's not different from any other ranged attack. Why does it give me so much trouble? The thing is, the second I go for this, he's gonna move, was my concern, because he's been in the same place for so long, and they don't do that. Yeah, alright, well, I'll just wait for you, I guess. I do not believe that it is fair that he didn't take damage from that charge. Like, when I let go of the button, he was in range, and he bounced backward off of a second cast immediately after his previous cast. In case you're wondering why Zag keeps like shouting, I don't know why okay was the thing he said there, but it's if I load up all 3 of my casts quickly, he lets me know that I'm out. I'm definitely only clicking 3 times, so I don't think it's like trying to cast again while being out. I think it's just, okay, you loaded them all up, but also does feel, again, a little bit like I'm being chided.
More darkness.
These encounters are going to be interminable until this bonus wears off. Yeah, rarity upgrades, right? Right now? Seems great. You know, if we get our Athena call upgraded to heroic,
Get you down, hun. Here.
that would be really powerful.
For you.
Okay.
Really hit the spot.
What did that take it up to? 2.55. Okay, so actually it was a pretty small increase. And this went to 144, which is awesome. And here is our man Zeus, good and rare. Don't know what I'm looking for here. So we'll just take whatever he gives us.
Huh. A little quieter than usual. Oh.
Oh, what is this?
Didn't get this big.
What is this? We've seen a new thing. Some kind of new encounter. Well, I don't think we need to... Oh boy, maybe I'm wrong. I was going to say I don't think we need to call Zeus, Dusa in on this one, but maybe I ought to. That Voidstone has 10 billion health, and also all of these enemies are nightmares. Get all my Bloodstones back. Well, he can't keep them all shielded, clearly. And we're getting some damage on some of them while we slowly work through. I gotta be really careful here because it's actually super dangerous. The bombs are getting thrown at like basically any point we've been in the past several seconds. So just running circuits is not necessarily safe. It's really easy to accidentally walk into a bomb that I had already dodged away from. Okay, one more down. Do love to punch a guy into a big pillar. I think it's a little bit silly that I took damage from that. Usually you have to stand in lava for a second. That one dealt damage to me the frame it became a lava pool.
My brother Hades always was a lonesome man, you know. I pitied him, but I could never quite extract him from his thorny shell. Now he stews resentfully down there. You needn't bear the brunt of his frustrations.
My suspicion is you made it quite clear that you pitied him. Alright, well, Lightning Strike is what we're offered, and I'm pretty sure it's the only one of these things that has a chance of satisfying the prereqs, right? Yep. So that's a shame. It's definitely not what I wanted, because we strike infrequently enough that I think this is going to be pretty bad, but gotta get your prerequisites. I was kind of hoping for the dash, honestly. I think the dash would have been the best of the ones that we have left.
More trouble.
Yeesh. That's sad. I mean, obviously, more damage is more damage. Okay, it's working. He's making a lot more just like ambient noise lately. That one wasn't even to do with anything I was doing there. It was when we landed from our bull rush. So I'm not sure why he went.
Ready.
Ugh, that was real bad. I didn't realize that bit of terrain was going to completely stop us from moving forward. Thought we'd go right through. It is a little inconsistent. Some things you sort of like slide off of, you slide past. Some things you bounce off of and end up going a little bit in a different direction. And some things just stop you dead if you touch them. And I guess you just gotta learn, right?
Sorry, cuz
No messages this time. Guess that's what happens when your whole existence is kept secret from the world.
And also you're exhausting the dialogue file. Listen, we've played a lot of Hades at this point, and I do not blame them. Quick recovery might be good. And then that is potentially a duo, so we probably have to take that, even though I do want the heart. Anything fun here? We should probably go ahead and take this. Yeah, we should take the Aphrodite thing. I would prefer to see Zeus boons for trying to set off the duo, because he has a lot more boons that I actually want to get than she does, but here's the option we were given. So we still gotta pull Demeter in somehow, either via dash or special. And to be perfectly honest with you, I don't think that Demeter's special is going to be any good for us at all. So we're really hoping for that dash. Oh boy, this is not great. All my bloodstones are still over here. Alright, I am like a rocket. Shield is the launcher. It's just very slow and careful and explosive. Alright, fortunately, even if you don't have deflect on your attack, the Bull Rush still obliterates projectiles, so, you know, it's safe to go through them like that, usually. Oh my god. Oh my god, the number of... the number of things that are spawning. This Chaos Boon. That was really weird. I was trying to charge up the smallest amount possible of Bull Rush there, and it did charge, and then I let it go and he just stood still for a second and nothing happened at all. So I think this is going really poorly so far, but a huge portion of that is the fact that we've had the same very, very frustrating chaos condition up for the entirety of the run. And someday, eventually, that will no longer be the case.
Hi, Aphrodite.
Having no rerolls really sucks, though. This will probably mean that the second and third Passion Flares get this bonus. Seems pretty okay. Shop versus Palm is definitely Palm. Yeah. God, I cannot wait for this chaos penalty to expire.
The power of the gods.
Almost certainly, right? This is another half second. Alright, well, pretty good odds we're going to get this diamond. Will we get out of it without losing any more Death Defiances? That's a tough one to say.
We'll have to catch up some other time learning, as I'm in a bit of a rush.
Learning is not okay with that.
There.
Alright. Thought you were going to die. Ow. I definitely got hit by that wave as though I had not been dashing, which is a real shame. Come on. Ugh, really annoying. We did have to go forward, I'm pretty sure. I think I could have sat there forever and it wouldn't have moved in. There we go. That time it worked the way I wanted it to. Alright. This is about when we do our summon.
Do so.
It's time for me to shine. See if you can trouble Prince.
Definitely looking for that greater call here. It's really cool. Boy, just infinite projectiles coming in from every direction, all the time, forever. I sure am. What am I doing? I don't fear you anymore. Yep, and then we have to... We're actually reliant on our dumb gimmick here because the enemies are choosing to be invulnerable. It's pretty rough. I had to stay in block mode longer than I wanted to actually eat all those projectiles. Alright, well. Death Defiance, of course. I should have known that there was no way we were going to be allowed to have Greater Call available until after they had taken a Death Defiance from us. It was so close to full, and it just stayed that way through multiple attacks. Poseidon is doing what he can.
Should I take the trade?
I don't really think so. I think we need all this stuff. It's a shame, though. I would like the Kiss of Styx.
Get out of this.
I feel like the Kiss of Styx shows up in the well far more often when you're in like the 150 to 200 area than it does if you have over 200. So I guess that's like the trick for
pretty good up here.
The trick for getting one out of the post-boss area is to approach the boss in that range. Hammer versus high rarity Hermes. I think we got to take the hammer here. I need some like pretty immediate help. Hermes could give us like epic dodge or something, but he also might decide to just give us like your special is 30% faster or you move a little faster, and I don't think that's not where we need to be right at this moment. I forgot that here, in this place, breaking one of those projectiles with the bull rush, instead of deleting the projectile, it just breaks it and causes you to be surrounded by, or causes you to immediately get hit by all of the other projectiles that it produces. This is the last room of these super high spawn rates, and I do think that the attack bonus is meaningful because obviously our bull rush is an attack, and so it will benefit from all that. But also, the price we have paid for it is very, very high indeed, in terms of annoyance, mostly. Yeah, and see, sometimes when they're chasing you, if they crash into a thing, they just instantly explode. Other times, they just steer around it flawlessly. I have no idea how to... They don't have, like, a visibly burning down fuse, right? Like, there's no indication that I'm about to die now or anything? I don't think. Okay. Well... I hate that these are all special related. I guess Empowering Flight?
Not too heavy.
And it's after your special, your next 2 attacks bonus up, so... Even if you don't have a Bull Rush charged by the time the thing... Oh, you can't, actually, I was going to say. Perhaps, to maximize it, you could try to have charge a Bull Rush while the shield's coming back to you, but of course, if your shield's out, you can't do that. Alright, just wait for this to stop happening. Why play the game when you could instead have to not play the game? But unfortunately, this doesn't even kill them in a single hit, even once you remove the health bar, so it's a very tedious way to fight them.
Well for you.
I was not expecting it to sort of just like bounce off into the the wild blue yonder after hitting that guy. Stop chasing me. There we go. Now we get to play the game again. Oh, wait. More wave, and as such, more chariot. Our additional spawning boon penalty is over, right? It sure doesn't feel like it. This feels a lot like the last room. Okay, I wish you guys would just blow yourselves up already so that I can play the damn game. Wow, how are there still more of them spawning? What is going on with this? Be really careful with your charge, because as we saw with the charge I executed on the first ones that appeared in the last room, I think in the last room, if you bull rush into them, the explosion hits you.
Should you achieve your goal and see the surface world, Zagreus, I've but one bit of knowledge to impart. Don't ever fall for mortals. Use them if you must, but do not waste your love on those who waste away.
That is the grimmest shit she has ever said to us, and that is really saying something.
Ice cold.
Sure is. Alright, let's get some boons. Let's get some boons in here. We're never gonna get this Zeus Aphrodite thing. It is not going to be allowed to happen. I was gonna say, if she offers us her special boon, I might take it. Because we are actually using the special now that we have this hammer thing. Although we're not using it a lot, and we certainly wouldn't stack up a lot of chill. But it would also give us bonus damage, right?
Okay.
Oh good, more chariots. Well, this is definitely better for chilling enemies, the dash over the special. And chill definitely matters against the chariots. We'll fight the big ones as soon as we're no longer going to get exploded for attempting to do it. Shouldn't have stopped to do anything at all. No animations allowed against chariots. Ah. Okay, if I let them just run straight into me while I'm charging the bull rush, they seem to stop right there and be out of damage dealing mode. And that is the only thing that ever consistently knocks them out of damage dealing mode, it looks like. But hey, I'll take it. Now we have something.
Phew.
To think, young sprout, our strategist Athena,
All right.
warrior goddess, sprang from Zeus's head. I would expect that no high intellect could come from there.
Well, maybe she took it all out when she went.
Please do not mind the Lady Demeter's good-natured sense of humor, Zagreus. She and my father often like to jest with one another, even in the most difficult times.
Yeah, that makes sense. It sounds like jesting, so... Alright. Something tells me fighting Hades is going to involve an awful lot of running away. Oh, no. We're three gold short. Oh, is there a gold pot in here somewhere? I don't think we can afford to not take the Kiss of Styx. I want that Flame Wheels release so bad. Yeah, we have to take the Kiss of Styx.
Gimme.
Bummer. That is a real fucking bummer, man. Alright, this could be our duo. And if it is, it's the last one.
Shall we, sir?
You have returned to my chamber. I trust you are familiar now with what this means.
Takes off robe and wizard hat.
It means I've challenged you to a battle of strength and glory, because apparently that's all there is to do for fun around here for those such as yourself.
That... Yes. Essentially, that is correct. Prepare.
He was expecting me to say something snarky but incorrect.
Loaded.
Really caught him off guard there. Ooh. I am surprised that we dealt damage to him. I mean, we're doing a lot of damage. We have really good damage output. Just gotta be careful. There we go. Oh, that's boy. Yeah, I went forward to behind him because I thought he was just charging up a normal swing, and it caused us to take 90 damage, I think, or 87, right? 29 3 times. It's pretty bad.
We're not finished.
Once more.
Boy. The distance he can cover. Well, the good news is once we're once we grade our call, we're gonna be untouchable for some time, actually. Of course, he's going to spend all of that impervious himself. I will just come over here. Oh. I thought terrain stopped the shockwaves. Is that not the case? Ow. This is gonna be the triple, right? No? Alright, so it doesn't seem like there's any way to know. Like maybe he decides after he lands from the first strike.
Enough. Well fought.
Yeah, it's really frustrating when you use both of your dashes to get around an obstacle that he does not have time to turn. Like, ordinarily he has a bit of a turning radius, but every once in a while he has the ability to turn extremely sharply, and there's no way to know when he's going to be able to do it. So sometimes you dash through something from here, and it kills you, because he does this thing at an incredibly high speed and hits you while you're still in the cooldown from your dashes.
Olympus, I accept this message.
Alright. Can't even think about anything else. Okay, so we are going to have our call up a lot now. Like a lot, which is great. Oh, cool. I do love a fishing point.
Regenerating.
I would love it if he did not do that. Yep, and it's already up again. Seems very powerful. Okay, I would like my other bloodstone back, but also butterflies. Oh right, I'm invincible. What am I talking about? Damn it. Of course, all of the butterfly balls became invulnerable the moment I got anywhere near them. There we go. It's finally dead. Wow.
Okay.
The hitbox for this trap is real screwy. He took damage while he was back here.
Good enough to eat.
That very, very obviously should not have been able to hit him.
Better blessing.
Oh, right, fish. And we are absolutely no way in hell are we doing that trial. Where's the fishing point? It's kind of hard to see because everything here is all kind of white. So the sparkle for the fishing point gets lost in it. Oh, it's right here. In this tiny little area where there's no bushes. Well, you know what? Honestly, I'm glad Zag did call this one out because there's no universe where I would have seen it.
That's a fight. I win this round, fish.
Yeah, take that, fish. Okay, so... We must shop with no, wait. We had a prompt... maybe I was seeing things. I thought we had a text prompt somewhere. Okay.
Should I take the trade?
I don't really want to sell any of this stuff. If Sweet Surrender was 50 gold, I would do it. But, yeah, we're gonna go to a shop where we don't get to buy anything over going to a Trial of the Gods where we get killed.
Always hits the spot.
Okay, Passion Flare is pretty good. That's a pretty good thing to have been affected by that. This is definitely what we're taking now. And then we just need to, like... It would be very helpful if Patroclus could show up for us at this point. Key is to execute your call immediately after going toward any enemy for any reason. Again, would like to clarify that we do not have a bonus enemies penalty on anymore. This is just what the game thinks is a sensible number of enemies for us to face. I'll worry about that guy later. Let's just blow this up. There we go. Look at the number of swords. And of course there's more waves. Why wouldn't there be more waves? Makes total sense. Please blow. Please, all of you die. How is more stuff spawning? What in the hell is going on? What is wrong with this room? The game is melting.
He's trying to respawn.
Oof, boy, the hit stun didn't stop him at all, huh? Did I just take damage while impervious? I think I did. Or he managed to, like, I was mashing F as we were charging forward. I guess he managed to hit me in whatever the delay is between a bull rush ending and your character being able to execute their call. You would think that there wouldn't be a delay, because there's certainly no reason for there to be one. But I guess if you thought that, you would be wrong. Boy. Tough call. I think we go for the health here. Like, dodge would be cool, but anything else Hermes could give us would be really bad, and we don't have a reroll available. I mean, not bad, but, you know, not any good. It wouldn't make things worse. It would just make them not better.
Don't do that.
Oh, right. I enter the room without God Mage. I'm used to it just being up kind of whenever we want it to be up already, but that's not actually how it works. Yeah, man. It's not even just the raw number of enemies, although it is definitely the raw number of enemies, but also the number of the number of enemies over the course of the room. But it's also the number of waves. Like the number of waves. Boy, I screwed up saying that 4 different ways. We are getting both an unusually large number of waves per room, it feels like, and also a really unusual number of enemies per wave. Where it's just like there's way more stuff coming at us at once than usual. Okay, some more bloodstones are over there somewhere. You should be able to bull rush across anything you can dash over. I don't know why it needs to be so finicky about that. But, like, if we can do this, we should be able to do this. Okay, we still don't have any money, so... And this is going to be the pre-boss chamber. So we're going to lose pretty likely here, I think. It's probably this. We're definitely going to pop the Death Defiance, and we're probably just going to lose in general. And that is not great, because the whole reason we took the shield out here is because it's very powerful. Although I guess... You know what? If we don't get the Ambrosia here, we don't even get to unlock the new fist aspect. That would be very embarrassing. I think there's a real good chance it's what's going to happen, though. Alright. This is for sure the most difficult part of the run, up until the Hades fight itself. If we get past this, we'll probably be okay in Styx.
For our most hated enemy has come to challenge us again before this loving crowd.
I don't understand this place at all. How is it you're still champion after all this time? After losing repeatedly and often, I mean.
What would you know of it? There's more, much more to being a champion than empty victories. It is a way of thought, a bearing, a certain dignity which you shall never have.
Yep, okay. That's a good point. Thank you, UI. I don't know about all that. I would say that attack pretty clearly did not hit us. Yep, just can't make him run into absolutely anything at all. Yeah, we're not even going to beat them. Really a bummer. This build feels super powerful. And I mean, listen, it's still real good that we finished our duo builds.
Not ready to admit defeat as yet.
Man, his charge up stance for the spin looks a little bit too much like his charge up stance for the normal attack. Alright, I can't see him. It makes me really nervous, but we also can't go any closer to him because of grenades. Gotta remember to try to get our bonus here. That second hammer basically just didn't give us any benefit. We couldn't take him to a pillar there. So all I could do was try to get him to smash into a wall. But getting right next to the wall and then dashing to the side as he came at us doesn't actually make him hit the wall in sort of a, Wile E. Coyote way. Because he can, of course, just turn 90 degrees on a dime and continue chasing you. Oh, that's bad. That's a bad time to be in the middle. Okay, see, that time it worked.
You have a lot of nerve, Hellspawn.
Please die. Ah. Beat the stones. One more charge will definitely do it. Oh, I'm just like totally spacing on my call here because there's too many damn things going on. We shouldn't need it, but I do absolutely need it. Man, his projectiles. I am so annoyed by that. His projectiles stay in the air for a really long time, is what I was going to say, and then it moved so that it could hit us even though it had missed us. And that sucks. Why did I think that was going to work?
Not now.
I do have to actually hit him with the special. There we go. There we get this bonus, which allows me to do that. And then, yeah, pretty good.
Lord Ares, give me your power.
was bad. I charged clean through him to the shielded side. Thank you, Athena. Yeah, the only reason we survived that last phase was me actually using the call the way we're supposed to be using it. Well, okay. Now we have resources enough to at least unlock that fist aspect. And it is theoretically possible. Yeah, we should do this, right? It is theoretically possible to get back a couple of Death Defiances here. I think we're going to take our Lucky Tooth. Because Athena could cough up a couple of Death Defiances, right?
And check.
We need 2 Death Defiances from Athena, plus 1 from buying a Kiss of Styx, plus a couple of hearts, and then then maybe we could beat Hades. Maybe. The build is powerful. If we can just get like a little bit of room to make mistakes, or I can stop making so many goddamn mistakes, we'll be fine. Let's go this way first. Try to get together enough money to buy a Kiss of Styx. The game has decided that we will not be, in fact, getting anything back from Athena. It will not show us Athena in this final area to ensure that that is not going to happen. Oof, really? None of that landed, huh? Well, I wonder if they'll come over here. I mean, obviously we can't go over there. So I guess we just wait until that thing has run out and then... Idiot. Ah, I didn't get the power shot timing. I'm releasing it too early. I think I think it's quite a bit later than the bow's power shot. Damn it pulled him with us, but not enough. This is not where I want to be. Oh god. Yeah, it sucks that the big vermin is able to hurl poison so far away from itself, because it means I can't move. Interesting. So he can just shoot. He can in fact just shoot through your shield. The shield doesn't actually protect you. That's very unexpected.
Last chance.
Well, yeah, so this is over. This is like mega over. I definitely got caught off guard by the poison projectile going through the shield thing. That hurt a lot. I mean, I kind of have to wait until some of the... Never mind, can't wait. I was gonna say I kind of have to wait until some of the poison wears off, but that became an issue when he put poison directly under our feet. Okay, now that he's not armored anymore, this is a little bit more, yeah, a little bit more doable. Like, we can't move anywhere. We are getting there slowly. It is possible that they are able to put down too much poison. Yeah, and even our burst damage is nowhere near enough to do the thing. Well, we have no Athena boons available. Okay, we only need to keep 200 gold on us. So let's buy that, and then... yeah, this seems like a good idea, probably.
That's cold.
And then I guess we go, like, there's no Athena boons that I actually, or there's no Aphrodite boons that I actually want, is the big issue with this, so I guess we're going this way. Oof, man. Yeah, Styx is very unfriendly to people who have no ability to do ranged attacks. I thought Styx was going to be way less of a problem than it has turned out to be. Because I wasn't expecting it to be 100% rooms that are completely coated in poison and you can't move at all. This is going to take, like... going to take just approximately forever. Right, it's far less effective than spamming attack. We do way, way, way more damage with our attacks, but also...
Not yet.
Huh. But also, he was just going to stand there and keep shaking forever. Alright, just keep him stunned forever, don't let him do stuff. Them doing stuff is how we lose. So the fountain takes us back to full health, and then we do manage to buy one kiss of Styx. Go into the final fight with... we're gonna get a heart here, right? So we're gonna go into the final fight with like 400-ish health if all that stuff goes the right way. And that's a pretty big if on the Kiss of Styx, because again, we have enough money to buy it, which means that it's less likely to be shown to us. I was hoping I could squeeze around the corner and catch him in the edge of the explosion. Did I push him into the... yeah. Good, good, good. Oof, boy. Again with the poison. Oh god. There is no place in this world that is safe. Oof. Boy, the bull rush path, it does fib to you, huh? Sometimes it indicates that you'll be able to go around a thing, when in fact you will not.
Much better.
Alright, we didn't take too much damage on that one. That actually went pretty well. In theory, I should be able to do Hades with...
should be able to get back through here.
Maybe even this amount of health?
Something for Cerberus.
But certainly the amount of health that we would have access to if we could get a Kiss of Styx. But, in theory, you know, we have done it that way. Now I'm debating whether I want to do a mini-boss thing, because if it gives us another mini-boss who's 100% poison-based and who will cover the floor of the entire chamber with poison, that's obviously very difficult. I think the core problem is that there's just absolutely nothing that we want from Aphrodite. I guess at this point we would take Aphrodite on special, because we are using our special to charge up the hammer thing. But it's like that versus Palm, and Palm could apply to a whole lot of stuff we don't care about. Although actually most of these are probably not palmable, right? Yeah, so actually it's probably pretty likely that the pomegranate will let us hit either Athena's Aid or Passion Flare. Okay. Okay. Let's do that. Alright, I really, really, really need to see the damn Well of Charon here. Once again, the visual indicator for the charge path slightly misrepresenting what was going to happen. Stop doing that. I would love to go over there and get my bloodstones, obviously, but We are not actually being given the option. They're in the poison stuff on top of the poison vent. It's like the most you can't come over here that it could possibly be. The thing is, even now that we have them, we can't use them. We can do this. This will totally work. I don't want to impervious and then run over top of them, because we have seen in the past how that works out. If I do a thing that makes me impervious with a limited duration, I will definitely suffer serious consequences at the end of the duration. Okay. Doing alright on health, though. I do appreciate that our burst damage is sufficient to break through these guys' shields. Yeah, that was my concern there. I was trying to stay away from that. So no well for us, but also we do have to do another branch. So we could still see a well in the other branch. So much damage. Okay. I need the game to stop lying to me. Just like why would you have this? Why would you have different logic for figuring out what the where the hell are my bloodstones? They're over here. Why would you have different logic for figuring out what the movement of the charge will be than you have for drawing the charge on the ground to tell the player what its movement will be? The fact that I am constantly getting misled about what my attack is going to do when I release it has cost us a lot of damage in this chamber in particular. Move. There we go.
The gods powered up.
Yeah, that really, like, multiple times there, it drew around a corner in a way it's like, okay, I'll slide past the corner, that'll be good, and then I just stop dead, and you,
need to keep looking down those
when you hit something while charging, it seems like it keeps you in the I am charging forward animation for whatever the duration of your intended charge was going to be. So if you hit something and stop short, you are just stationary, but still unable to move.
Not quite.
I'm all wound up now. You're stationary but unable to move for a considerable period of time. Okay. What? I don't know how I got poisoned there. Their bite doesn't cause poison by itself, does it? Maybe the big ones? We've definitely been bitten by the big rats before and not gotten poisoned, though. Yeah, of course. Just walk. When it's just one of them, it should just walk toward me slowly and consistently. What I'm saying is it should concede.
Oh, I hate this stuff.
Yes, I sure do. Yeesh. I mean, look. I was talking trash about that Athena Demeter duo boon. It has certainly coughed up a lot of health for us. You can't deny that. I still do think it's very bad, to be clear. I guess... I mean, it's horrible that it's our special, by far our least meaningful attack, but it'll be active for Hades, so may as well take the bonus.
Cerberus can never get enough of this stuff.
Alright, it's probably this. You know what? 13% damage reduction might end up being better, and probably most of the time we take damage from Hades will be near him, so...
A quiet taste.
Alright, so we are going to have the health regen from that duo boom for the entirety of the fight, which is not how I wanted things to be, but I guess it's where we are. I wish we had more money. Not to buy the diamond. I wouldn't buy the diamond. I guess this is probably a high rarity Hermes boon. I think I like this over anything else, anything we might get from Aphrodite. Like, I really don't care about a buff to the damage of our special. We're only going to be using it periodically to apply that hammer effect.
Why not?
So, okay. Dude did not give us the one thing that we would have really wanted. This is something, at least. Sure, I'll take it. I don't think it's very good, though.
The prince persuades the underworld's ferocious guardian to move aside.
Alright, so the biggest challenge here is going to be getting through Phase 1. If we get to Phase 2...
See you, boy.
Hades loses a little bit of his stickiness. It's much easier to run away from him in Phase 2, and if we can run away from him effectively, then we can heal. We also are going to have the healing effect up for the entirety of the fight, while also having a lot of invulnerability that I am totally going to remember to use, so...
It seems it's time again I sent you home myself.
In practice, given the speed of the healing, we have here enough health. We have here more health than we have needed to defeat Hades in the past. It is at least possible. Save Medusa for the second summon phase.
You brought this on yourself.
And in a lot of cases where we would double dash, we should instead dash once and keep another dash available. Oof. He moved forward just enough to make that entirely miss.
Darkness.
Coward. Okay, we did get him with the power shot there, I think. And we do have the Eye of Lamia up as well. A big part of the problem with this imperviousness is that I have to remember to use it.
You think your mother shall make me go soft to you?
Perish the thought of you being less difficult, father.
I'm just trying to ignore it, you know? Try not to think too much about the jokes, the obvious jokes that they want you to think of.
Not yet.
Of course, it became active the instant after I pressed the button. Yeah, we're really just not in a place where we can, like... If he's going to do that every second or so, we absolutely cannot destroy all of the Bloodstones. Alright. This is your moment. Yeah, just focus on the little crystals, Dusa. Okay. Invulnerability guy down. That's probably a pretty significant portion of the challenge of this wave. There we go. Okay. I mean, we're still in real good shape here. I'm getting hit way more than I should be, but Our accumulated boons are definitely dealing with it.
Darkness.
Got you.
Come on and die.
That sucks. I'm definitely dashing there. It's really frustrating to, like, to try to have to guess where the... that's bad. Yeah, that was a really bad dash. Breaking that pot right before we needed to get into cover is a bad plan. Yeah, we gotta be, like, super careful with our dashes. I tried to charge up there, but it decided I was not allowed to.
I'll tolerate no more of this from you.
Pretty solid call there, if I do say so myself.
Loaded up.
You'll burn.
This is bad. This is bad. Ooh. I'm surprised we didn't take damage from those hands, honestly. Because they were definitely still up when the call effect wore off. But I guess maybe they're not actually dealing damage that entire time. Maybe it's like a pulse of damage at the beginning of the animation. Alright, just turn invincible for that. Yeah, this is definitely not my plan, this Athena thing. I was really thinking, boy, what if we could have Zeus raining down lightning all the time or something. But this works.
Ow. I'm not as limber as I used to be, while you... I'll get you yet.
So yeah, super carried by the invincibility gimmick, and also, I mean, slow and steady indeed. Stubborn Roots, it's like, I get my problem with it ideologically. Like, you don't want to be at no death defiance. No death defiance means you fucked up so bad already, right? But it sure was an awful lot of health, and like, the situation we were in here was totally ideal for it, I will say that. A thing where you're invincible a considerable portion of the time means that you are getting a lot of health regen when you can't be taking damage. And then we had a build that definitely incentivized us to run away and hide a lot, so that also played into Smoldering Air. But that said, even adjusting for all that, this really performed a lot better than I thought it was going to. Or, sorry, Stubborn Roots. Stubborn Roots really performed a lot better than I thought it was going to. This was more effective than I was expecting. I think of the state where you have no death defiance as you have screwed up so badly that you've already failed. Clearly. So, we still only have one sword. We gotta fix that. We gotta get another sword clear. Alright. Wow, that's a lot of gemstones, actually. Sadly, no surface fish for us.
Imagine, if you will, the underworld prince soon meets one of his typical ignoble deaths.
And, you know, imagine... Oh, no. If you're having trouble imagining that, just think about what happened any time in the last, like, 3 or 4 episodes. It turns out, the shield, real good. Being able to be invincible 60% of the time, also real good.
Please, everybody, hold your applause.
So this run was victorious for us in a really huge number of ways. Like, a phenomenal number of ways. Oh, Achilles is gone.
Still
poke.
Fancy.
One more poke. Just one more little poke. There we go. It takes a while between them. It doesn't let you do it right away.
You're such a good boy, aren't you, Cerberus? Yes, you are. Guarded the place while I was out. And even let my son come visit me.
The ever-vigilant and terrifying Cerberus merely accepts the praise.
Merely accepts is a pretty good description of the way dogs behave when humans do things in general, I think.
Say, Father, back when you drew lots with your brothers and wound up with the underworld, rather than the heavens or the seas, which would you have claimed, if the choice was yours?
I do not deal in hypotheticals, boy. Each realm has its host of unenviable problems. You have never experienced the cold and sopping sea, or the blinding heights of Olympus. I have, and I assure you, you're not missing much.
Didn't you try to leave the underworld yourself at some point? You once gave me that impression. I always thought it was because you hated it here.
I hate not having any choice. Enjoy the freedoms that you have. As you grow along in years, you gain more burdens and responsibilities, until they bind you.
Boy, ain't that the truth.
Can't wait.
I feel like that's the number one thing that I did not understand about being older when I was younger, is the degree to which that is true. You have all these choices. When you're younger, it feels like you don't have any choice. You're totally stuck in a bunch of decisions other people made for you. When you're older, you sort of have all these choices, but they're all effectively locked off by other things, and for some reason it feels worse. It feels worse than just not having them.
You are here.
I am right here.
The unfathomable power of the underworld thrives within you, child. Your godliness has grown since last we spoke. You have learned much of harnessing the dark.
Thank you, though I've much to learn as yet.
Yeah, I don't know, like, I'm trying to think about it. I have definitely always thought of that healing when you have no Death Defiance boon as like that's a real bummer of a boon. I don't want that one. That one seems like garbage. And if you think about the math on it, it's like, it's a 1 health every 0.8 seconds, right? So it's not even 100 health a minute. A minute is a long-ass time to survive in combat. It doesn't feel like it should be very significant, but it sure turned out to be a ton of healing in that fight. I don't know, it's just like, the math doesn't match up with the feeling of it very well. That said, we did have some healing bonus. Right, we had the Demeter thing. So it was probably healing 30% more than it said on the tin. I don't know. It seemed pretty good in actual practice. Way better than the numbers would indicate.
What brings you back here, huh?
You know.
Hey Meg, I understand you're under orders to kill me on sight out there, but do you really have to go so hard on Sisyphus?
That wretched shade isn't who you think he is. Do you have any idea of the magnitude of his crimes from when he led a mortal life?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
He cheated death, tricked Thanatos, and maybe Father too.
Before that, he did worse. He was an awful man. I think that is the real reason that your father punished him.
What if he's changed? Or is that impossible? No coming back from certain crimes?
I wouldn't say no coming back from certain crimes, but there's a hell of a long road back from certain crimes.
No coming back from certain crimes, indeed. Though you may have more mercy in your heart to spare than I in mine.
Still adorable.
Hey, Dusa, this is kind of personal and you don't have to answer, but I have to know. So, did you used to have a body and all that? Because I've heard of Gorgons, well, that you had wings and such.
Prince, so, look, that's something very private that you're asking, and I know you don't mean any harm, but it just isn't something I discuss with anyone, okay? I'm who I am. Besides, as you can see, I don't need wings to fly.
Well, that was inconsiderate of me.
Yes, it was. Boy, was that the case before? When she was a full Gorgon, before she got all Perseused, did she have the ability to fly by just, like, her head levitating and the rest of her body kind of hanging off of it limply?
Chef. Here, you can have these, Chef.
We almost had 4 fish for him. Okay, a nectar is a wonderful thing right now. And we're actually approaching the 2000 darkness that we need to finish off the mirror. We're getting there, man. 10 gemstones for a nectar, absolutely.
Here's the
without thinking about it. That's lovely. Okay, I think we've done everything there is to do out here. Let's go turn in our prophecy and then figure out what we're going to do with all this stuff.
It was bound to happen, really. The Olympians aren't all on the best of terms, I guess.
Okay, so we've made all of the Olympians make friends as much as possible. We now have this thing. We still need to get the spear to the surface for 2 more. Need to get the gloves to the... do we not have that one? Maybe you don't... Oh no, here it is. They're just not... Why are these sorted in this way? Who put this list of prophecies together? Fates are getting sloppy. But those will get us 4 more between the 2 of them.
Need practice.
And I guess the right thing to do here is probably to, but we could pour a whole bunch of ambrosia, or turn a whole bunch of ambrosia into blood. Pour a whole bunch of blood into the spear. Boy. How much do I think we need for that, I guess, is the question. You know what? Let's not worry about it right now. What we're going to do right now is we're going to turn 1 ambrosia into blood, unlock the glove thing, and then we're going to try those gloves. That'll be our next run. And also, we probably need to save these 2 nectar for giving to Olympians, right?
Fair trade.
He seems very upset about the concept of a fair trade. How dare you? Wait. Obviously.
Practice.
Obviously very important. I guess really, like, the core thing is, even if that boon is bad healing and it only applies in a situation where you've done a really bad job already, it's still the case that any amount of in-room healing is significant. That is maybe the core lesson here. Oh hey, what a coincidence.
Up a bit. Malphon, grant me the aspect of Gilgamesh.
I do like that they're adorable paws. The God King inherited the Beastman's savage strength and stout heart. So I don't really know anything about Gilgamesh. I don't know any of the Gilgamesh stories. I recognize the name Enkidu because I think in Civilization, one of the leaders has a trait that's called like Friend of Enkidu or something. But that's it. That's all I know. So Maim does 100 damage. Okay, you can just bump up the Maim damage, but it doesn't change the percentages on the debuff or anything. Heavy attack plus 2 rapid dash charges. Dash upper inflicts Maim, but only the dash upper. Oh, I like the stance. Okay, so the attack combo is still 5 swings long. It's a lot longer. And you have a little bit of slidiness in it, and I can even change direction with each one, so that's cool. It does, it's definitely less mobile than the normal gloves. Like, you can't dash as frequently.
Real nice.
The normal cutter is totally identical to the other gloves. Okay. It seems cool. I'm into it. So it's 25% bonus damage from the Maim? Foes take 25% more, but deal plus 50%. And then take the 100 damage after 4 seconds, which is... That's a long time, but it also means you can play Keep Away. That's interesting. I wonder if things that improve the damage of the special will affect the Maim damage. Probably not. My guess would be probably not, because it's a separate effect. Okay. I think this is really interesting. So we no longer have duo boon hunting to guide our strategy, which I'm a little sad about, because I think that was actually like a really neat thing. So what do we want to pursue next? Maybe what we want to do is just work on using more keepsakes. The keepsake prophecy only gives gems, though, right? I mean, gems are keys and keys are nectar.
Is this all that the Fates have planned for me?
But it's where is that thing? Close at heart? I don't know. This one is ambrosia. It's a very small amount of ambrosia, but also we could get it in a couple of runs. What does the Lambent Plume do? It's move speed and dodge? We should probably at least try actually using it. And I suppose a melee weapon is the kind of weapon you would most want to use it with. Yeah, maybe next time we'll do a Lambent Plume run, because we got to check it off that list, and also because it might actually be a good combination here. Each time you quickly clear an encounter. I mean, this thing seems to have pretty good damage. The fact that the base damage on the punches is 60 is pretty significant, I think. Right, like if we're getting backstabs against somebody who's boiled, it's like a big deal.
All right, I'm back.
Yeah, right? Like, that's a lot of damage. We could kill some rooms pretty quickly. Okay, we're going to give this a shot. I think that is in fact going to be the plan. Alright. I think we're just saving gemstones for the moment. Both because we might actually need them to buy keys to do stuff, but also because the things that we want for the West Hall are real expensive. So I guess that means we're done for the day. I think that is going to be it for us for the moment. Thank you all so much for watching. When you come back, next time, we have another legendary weapon to employ, and hopefully a fair amount of ambrosia to earn. And we'll see you then.